inside give. Shakes off the defender. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right out.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
To the air on second down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The 20, 10, touchdown Michigan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ballgame.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. They want to get something started here, down 6-0. Running to the left. Running to Green. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll take it himself. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got an open man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks defense knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Meyer. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Making side adjustments here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hauls it in. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Tight end finds a soft spot. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Wolverines are on the move. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. He rifles one deep to the left. Got it! Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front there. Physical, skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. He's got his man across the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockne and Fielding Yo, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine unis.
This is just classic college football. And because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple of catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's Bobo. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year in the proximity. Both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
Back to pass on 2nd down. A little release to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Madden. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments. Calls his own number. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's got it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll try it again. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3-and-out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan. Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 35. Gannon University, 17.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Notre Dame.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. Pulls it in down the sideline. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. He'll take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And the Wolverines have moved it inside the 20. They'll go to the ground. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got it in the middle. It's Bobo. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving.
We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Got a man in the middle. There he goes. He's at the 40. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Short completion, setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Old Dominion. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Michigan offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. He'll start this drive firing. Buying some time. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
And the Wolverines will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. There to make the stop, and he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's taking the shot. Takes him in stride inside the 10. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, how I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And you'll see this with offenses sometimes, man. They make a big play, they're going to stay aggressive, but the defense did a great job. You gave up one big play, don't give up another one. They were prepared for it. Nice job defending the pass.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. To the ground with the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Slams it ahead. Fighting his way from every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Going over the top. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. He'll throw it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
They're losing. You got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, a 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
To the air on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Now 4th and goal.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Around the country. Slippery Rock, 28. Edinburgh, 23.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Michigan. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Yeah, and that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got room at the 35. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Gonna run it. It's Meyer. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They don't play Wolverines, who take down Notre Dame. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.